I'm so tired of these white victims. I don't know what the male victims. I don't know what the fuck to do. White people have never wanted to live around black people, ever. They enshrined it in law. It's enshrined in law. So to pretend like this is a phenomenon that's associated with an action we did, or that it's Brown versus Board, separate but equal, all these things. Jim Crow were all about white people separating themselves from us. And it didn't have anything to do with crime. Before it was black on black crime, what was it? So trying to pretend like it's associated with some action that we've taken or some spike in crime, it's associated with racism. You decided you were too good to live around us and you moved and took all the resources with you. Everybody always talks about the criminality of black people, why they shoot each other. 80-some% of black people kill black people. Virtually the same percentage kill white people.
Right.
But if you want to keep children safe, instead of transgenders, you need to keep them away from white men, because white men, at a higher percentage than anybody else, are the biggest molesters, pedophiles, and rapists in the. But no one ever talks about that level of criminality.
Yeah. Okay.
White men are the biggest rapists, pedophiles, and look it up right now. Who does it the most? But they always talk about us shooting each other. What about you? What were Catholic priests? What were they? What were the Boy Scout leaders? What were they? What were coaches? What were they? We're talking about institutionally. There's a class right now that teaches children. If you ever get white children, if you get abducted, look for a black man. So if you're protecting our kids, protect them from the motherfuckers that are holier than thou. The people that are the most religious, the people that wear the robes and the uniforms. They're the ones raping kids. And virtually every crime in the United States, 2-to-1 was committed.
But there's a higher percentage of whites than blacks in America.
But no one ever adds percentages when we're talking about welfare. If you look at the institution, there was a kid at Stanford. He raped a girl. A judge didn't want to ruin his life. People always talk about how black people are sent to prison for murder, for instance. They're also 50% of the people who are exonerated. If you look at a system that if I do it, it's criminality. If you do it, it's frivolity. Donald Trump admitted to grabbing someone's pussy, which is sexual assault. And you called it locker room talk. Cuba Gooding Jr. is fucking... It had to go to trial for it. So now you get to decide what crime is. But there is no disputing the fact, per capita, white men do the highest percentage of rape, pedophilia, and sexual assault in this country.